What enables mental health? Many researchers consider that mental health is an outcome that evolves through the life course. Of course, in this scenario, our own physiological factors and genes are quite important. But these in turn are nurtured by the relationships we build with others and multiple elements in our natural and built environment that help us achieve a good level of physical, mental, and social well being. The term of therapeutic landscapes emerged from the field of health geography, looking at how the characteristics of a given place promote health and well being. At the very beginning, the framework was used to understand traditional places with healing properties. Think, for example, of Bath in the UK or Lourdes in France. However, quickly the term expanded to include wider blue and green spaces and today everyday environments from multiple scales. This includes parks, gardens, and views from home. Today, the therapeutic landscapes framework is used to gain an understanding into how we engage with our environment and what environments enable health and well-being. So what happens then when public health restrictions necessary to contain the spread of a new virus include shelter-in-place orders as well as restrictions of movement? My name is Viveka Guzman, and together with Gabriela Bustamante, Lindsay Kobayashi, and Jessica Finley, we set up to answer the following question. How do older adults in the US engage with nature and outdoor spaces during the first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic? To answer this question, we utilize data from the COVID-19 coping study, which is a mixed methods longitudinal study of adults based in the US who are aged 55 years old or over. So from the baseline data of the COVID-19 coping study, we created a qualitative data set of 769 entries related to participants' experience with nature and the outdoors. When analyzing the data, we found three main themes. So the first one was different types of engagement. The second one was rationales for engagement and perceived influence in health and well-being. And the last one was barriers and enablers to access nature and outdoor spaces. So regarding the theme number one, types of engagement, we found that participants engaged for fitness activities, for purposeful projects as gardening or working on the yard, as well as passive activities. This is an example from Emma, who is 71, and she said, the weather has been nice, so I've been able to get outside and walk in my neighborhood. Being able to walk outside has been critical for keeping me physically and mentally active. This is from theme 2, rationale for engagement, related to what were the perceived outcomes of the engagement. There was a lot of talk about managing negative feelings as well as creating positive emotions. So this is from Richard, who is 63, and he said, I've been taking long walks in the woods with my camera, shooting wildlife, birds mostly. That takes my mind off the state of the world right now and the huge loss of life. This is from Carlos, who is 67, related to theme number 3, barriers and enablers. And he said, I'm fortunate to live in a suburban area outside a relatively small town. So it has been easy to get outside while maintaining appropriate distance from other people. I would like you to go home with at least two messages. The first one is that natural and built environment elements have been quite important during the COVID-19 pandemic. And the second one is that therapeutic landscapes provide an opportunity to understand our relationships with the environment and identify potential interventions for the future. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to any questions that you may have.